I cried. The mom cheering for RFK Jr. to make America healthy again. Don't you love how much we just go from one medieval peasant style attitude to another medieval peasant style attitude?
Hey, chickens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 chickens. And that's George Clooney, the rooster.
Zen Honeycutt moved to this farm because she wanted to be able to grow her own food.
My kids can now eat eggs.
Red flag, immediately red flag. That's TikTok. You're TikTok brained. That's it. You got primed, you saw a couple TikToks, and now you drink raw milk. You saw a couple TikToks about homesteading, and you got invested in it, and now you drink raw milk, and you don't believe in medicine.
From our chickens and milk from our goats, even though they used to have those allergies. That just goes to show you that it's not the food, it's what's been done to the food.
Her crusade against the food industry started 12 years ago.
So I was like millions of moms across America dealing with allergies and autoimmune issues. I was a very stressed out mother because I thought my kids could die from food. It wasn't until 2012 when I learned about GMOs in the food supply, and I was
Dude, people are so hysterical. There's like little markers. There's little telltale signs, like being incredibly, overwhelmingly panicked about like your kids dying to allergies. Like, yeah, okay, allergies are a problem. They exist. They're real. Okay. But then like having this level of anxiety over it, like crippling anxiety over it, like there's probably some unexamined neurotic tendencies at play here. And instead of addressing that and getting like the proper healthcare necessary to address that, it seems like you're just moving in the opposite direction.
I was like, this has got to be it.
Honeycutt founded Moms Across America.
Hi, boys.
She's the nonprofit's primary employee and rallies a grassroots network to, quote, raise awareness about toxic exposure, from genetically modified foods, or GMOs, to pesticides.
I mean, there's a saying goes that a worried mom does better research than the FBI.
So for you, it's all connected?
Yeah, it's all connected, yes. It's vaccines, it's GMOs, it's glyphosate. According to many scientists, National Vaccine Information Center, Bobby Kennedy.
By Bobby Kennedy, she means Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's a former
Damn, she on a first name basis with Bobbert. Yo, she said, yeah, this is research backed by scientists like Bobbert.
advisor to Moms Across America and has been nominated to lead the Department of Health and Human Services.
What was your reaction when you saw that President Trump had named him to this incoming position?
I cried, many other people cried. We were so excited.
Guys, it's happening.
I was, had been a lifelong Democrat.
In this election, did you end up voting Republican?
Yes. I think a lot of our moms didn't necessarily just like run to the right. They felt abandoned by the left. And when the right said, hey, we're here for you on health freedom, they said that.
Yeah, the left did not cave to my freakish conspiracies that would serve to disrupt the food supply, which is why now I believe in deporting 20 million people. Many such cases, the left left me. The left is too authoritarian. How can you call this the land of the free without being free to die from polio? I know. No, preventable diseases, we want that. We want them to no longer be preventable.
That's something that I can align with.
Could another candidate down the line win you back?
Absolutely.
Honeycutt now says she's in talks with Kennedy's team about a potential role in the administration.
There's the Capitol behind me.
She's no stranger to Washington. She's been
Why? But you were right, because she said the same reason why she didn't vote for Kamala, because she wasn't voicing her cause. Yeah, when I talk about that, I talk about universal programs that benefit all Americans, that are disruptive and harmful to the profit profit interests that corporations have that have completely held our government captive in perpetuity. I'm not talking about like the fascinations of some incredibly niche panicked woman. Okay. I'm not talking about like, just making sure that you have hyper specific policies that address the neuroses of every suburban mom. There are tens of thousands of these women. Yeah, okay, guys, I think a lot of you fail to understand. Like, good campaigning doesn't mean being at the mercy of the dumbest person you've ever met. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, if like 50% of American society was like paranoid schizophrenic, do we have to tailor campaigning to the whims of 50% of American society? Like, what are we talking about? And by the way, I say if, but we're kind of getting there already. I think if this person truly cares about this stuff, there's a way to capture her attention. There's a way to capture her attention, not by saying, you're right, queen. the way that like GMOs are actually deliberately created to make babies autistic, but instead being like, you're right. I think that there's a lot of work to be done with respect to corruption in even the regulatory agencies, and I will seek it. I will do my very best to destroy corruption in all of our institutions and to ensure that there is no revolving door between the FDA and private corporations. For example, we'll put a ban on corporate lobbying. You know, we will ensure that we hire the best scientists at the FDA who only care about making Americans healthy. Like, the correct way to approach this is not by advocating for deregulation, but instead to advocate for correct regulation.
Coming to Capitol Hill to advocate for food safety issues for years.
Even the drone panic, like, people are panicking about the drones. What do? The guy who wants to win the New Jersey votes, to capture the attention of New Jerseyans, is going to be like, all right, no more drones. No more fucking flights over New Jersey. We are banning commercial airliners flying over the New Jersey airspace. Okay, you captured their attention, but was this good? You stop talking about it and just make it a meme? Wait, what? What does that even mean? The drone stuff. I'm tired, man. I'm not treating the drone stuff, the drone panic, with the severity that it deserves.
I don't care if somebody's a Democrat or a Republican. I am visiting them.
In 2022, moms across America had a lab test 43 samples from school lunches in 15 states and found detectable levels of chemicals.
I think what's crazy about this is that, like, she's hyper-focused on the GMO aspect of the school meals and not, like, the fact that they're not properly nutritious. Like, that's the craziest thing. That straight up is the craziest thing to look at. Like, you're looking directly at a very glaringly obvious problem, that these meals are not nutritious enough. Okay, they're not balanced enough. And it's ironic because a big factor of that is lobbying. Amy Klobuchar, never forget, in the pocket of Big Tomato, pushed for legislation that at the schools, at school lunches, factored pizza as a vegetable, technically, because it had tomatoes in it. It had tomato sauce in it. Like, that's a real thing. That's a real thing that happens in America. We are poisoning our children. We're poisoning ourselves. Our food supply is ass. But, like, this is the weirdest way to tackle this problem.
Including the weed killer glyphosate, though below the thresholds deemed unsafe by the EPA. She brought the data to lawmakers like Senator Cory Booker, who this fall sponsored the Safe School Meals Act.
This is a crisis.
Thanks, Hockey Mama. Yes, we do think we rock. We know you rock as well.
She spreads the word about her work on social media and her podcast.
Welcome to the new MDs.
Bro, she got 24 live stream viewers, dude. That's crazy.
And I'm thrilled to be the M of the new MDs, one of them anyway. We're all moms here. Many people concerned from the Democrats that the new administration will get rid of healthcare. If Kennedy is able to do what he wants to do as at the head of the HHS, we won't even need healthcare. I'm saying we won't be going to the doctors because we won't be sick.
We need to get rid of the concept of mandating the vaccines in order to attend school, I believe.
Well, I think the next administration is going to be on board with you with that.
The claims that you and your group are making, the CDC and the FDA say that vaccines are safe. They say that the schedule for kids is safe. The EPA, the FDA, and the USDA say that GMOs are safe. The EPA says that glyphosate is safe in the levels that they've approved. The NIH says vaccines do not cause autism. That doesn't move you at all.
No, absolutely not, because I know even though these governmental agencies say that GMOs and vaccines are safe, I have seen too much independent science to say that they are not. Let's be clear, no one wants to see polio come back, measles, whooping cough, and the way that we're going to not have those diseases come back is for children to have.
So when you see like, I mean, she said independent science, like, what does that mean? No, it doesn't move me because I'm schizophrenic. Hold on.
Have proper nutrition.
Kaya.
Unsurprisingly, the CDC refutes Honeycutt's claims, telling CNN vaccines don't weaken the immune system, while the diseases they prevent against do. And the best way to prevent deadly outbreaks or debilitating cases of polio, measles, and whooping cough is to get vaccinated. But her fight against the food industry now has many mainstream allies. Senator Bernie Sanders just held a hearing on the health impact and regulation of ultra-processed foods.
The rate of childhood obesity in America has tripled.
The FDA now says it may ban red food dye in a matter of weeks.
Is the unhealthy truth what's making our children sick? Toxic legacy?
Does any of this make you feel like a conspiracy theorist?
I don't feel like a conspiracy theorist. I feel that the conspiracy is to shut down information in order to protect the profit.
It's still crazy to me that all this boils down to autism is bad because they are weird and I don't like to be uncomfortable. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand it. Not gonna lie, she's the kind of woman that would take me home after my bar shift, and I probably would try really hard not to learn any of her politics. That is an incredibly specific.
South Dakota.
That is a hyper specific take.